reaches out in front. Jimmy Mitch will hold it. 5
Takes the white flag, 1 lap remaining here at the Rock. He is going to make his way on the turn 4 and come to the checkered flag. Hunter Peach wins the Fast Lane 175 at Rock.
Great lift from the back. There's Boston into Vegas. Who's it going to be? Rescue John Parker around. It's going to be Ruiz winning the race. Here out front. He is on third for checkered flag waving. John Parker back in the lead going.
2-3-4 for the final time. Nick Hapiak off of turn 4. Just a few more feet, and Nick Hapiak will be your champion for the 4th time in the NAOR DNS Cup Series.
This is the NAOR iRacing Series.
Welcome to the Auto Club Speedway here in Fontana, California. Tonight we're here for the NJB Designs Auto Club 160 for race number 4 of the NAOR Cup Series Season 5. Tonight we hit the track for 80 laps, 160 miles. But first, we got some qualifying to wrap up. The track will open up here in about a minute and a half for the top 10 in the current qualifying. Try and take that pole away or improve their position for tonight's race. So tonight we have 160 miles, 80 laps with our stages at lap 15 and lap 45. So first half of the race will be our stages, and the back half of the race will be our final stage. So it'll be an interesting race tonight. We got a lot of strategy for tonight's race. So is track will open here in about a minute for that top 10. So Pacey Wygant, Jonathan Parker, Zachary Meredith, Jaden Porter, Ethan Fonseca Moreno, Kyle Taub, Jimmy Mensch, Giovanni Klein, Josh Arnold, and Nathan Lehman. They'll all go out on their track and try and improve their lap time for those for that pole. Try and get that, steal that pole away from Pacey Wygant. Currently, right now, Pacey Wygant on the top of the board with a 40.261, about a half a tenth faster than at second place of Jonathan Parker. So Pacey Wygant had a really fast lap there early in that first part of qualifying. So fuel tonight will be about 27 laps, 27-ish laps, or 60% fuel of our 20-gallon tank in this next-gen machine here on iRacing. So the track is open for the final session of qualifying, the Fast 10 if you want to call it. So Jonathan Parker will be the first one out. He's going to go hit the gas and quickly get on this racetrack. The draft is going to be very important, so all these drivers wanting to try and get draft, but don't want to get too far, ahead or too close to get that dirty air into the corner. But we'll see what Jonathan Parker can do. He's got to pick up half a tenth on his lap time. And the track is cooling down a little bit, so the track should be in theory faster. Jonathan Parker, you see him ripping the wall already to start his lap. Coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway to start his first attempt at a lap. You only got 4 minutes left, so all these drivers are only going to be get 4 to 5 laps of lap time. He's going to run the bottom here in 1 and 2. So also another interesting note tonight, you could definitely easily use both lanes here. You can use that top in 1 and 2 and that bottom in 3 and 4. But there's Pacey Wise. He's currently on the top of the board. But Jonathan Parker will be the first one. But he's going to have a car here to the inside lane. He's going to be able to get out the way. Parker going to dive it all the way to the bottom. Get pretty much right on that white line. Just come up the racetrack. Off turn 4. Can he keep it off the wall? Yes, he will. Going to dive it all the way down to the apron probably. So keep it on the racetrack, coming across the line. Jonathan Parker will run a 40.438, so no improvement there, about a 10 slower than his best lap. So here's the whole pack that could possibly beat that time. See Carl Top, he's going to go all the way to the outside lane, going to try and make speed up there. He's going to pick up about a 10th to get that pole. Oh, but he got cars loose all the way down to the bottom there. That's Josh Arnold. So Josh Arnold, his lap's going to be really slow now, and he's also going to overheat those tires a little bit. You don't want to overheat the tires. Jonathan Parker going to try and improve. Can he improve that extra bit? He's going to dive into the apron, coming across the line. He's going to run a 3.47. Not enough. Zach he's going to come across the line. He is going to move to third. Well, he's going to stay in third. He ran a 5.19. Just like this, as you see Todd there, he went to the inside. That's definitely slows these drivers down, getting that side draft. Down the back straightaway, Moreno's going to try and get the draft off Jaden Border. Off to number 4, Ethan Fonseca Moreno. He's he's had a really strong start to the season. Our last week's winner at Phoenix. Moreno, no improvement there, so no one's able to really improve right now. So we'll see. We got a minute and a half left. Can anyone top Pacey Wygen? Right now, he's been the fastest so far. You see all the different lanes everyone's trying to use, trying to get out that dirty air, trying to use that draft, trying to find that extra speed. Across the line, Lemon does not jump anywhere. So about 2 more laps for these drivers. Josh Arnold coming off pit road, trying to get that extra little bit. Let's see if we can take advantage of those new tires. He's got to get to the line quickly. So this will only be Arnold's only attempt. He's not going to get back in time to set a second lap. So Arnold's coming to start his final lap. All these drivers coming to start their final lap. So final lap for all these drivers. So everyone behind them will not have time to set another lap. Moreno goes up 1 spot, moves up to 4th with a 40.361. See if he can improve on this lap here. There's Josh Arnold. Arnold coming down in the turn number 3 and 4. He's going to go down to that white line, going to try and hold it together. Can he pick up off turn 4? Time has been expired, but Arnold gets loose off the corner. So across the line for pretty much everyone. There's a checker. They were not improving. Oh, Ethan Fonseca Moreno over a 3.19. He'll jump up another spot. So he'll moved up to third. So I don't know, the only driver to improve. It's a violent crash for Jaden Porter there. It's on the catch fence. Let's hope to not see that in the actual race. So Pacey Wajant will be on the pole for tonight's 160-mile race, 80 laps. So tonight, so we'll take a quick look at our grid as they are about to start to grid up here. So they start to grid up. We'll take a quick look at our grid and our starting lineup for tonight's NJB Designs Auto Club 160. So starting on the pole tonight with a 40.261, half a tenth quicker than second in the rest of the field. Jonathan Parker will line up alongside our pole sitter, or Pacey Wajant. Ethan Fonseca Moreno will be third with Zachary Meredith in fourth. He's has the most top fives here in the NAOR Cup Series here at Auto Club. So we'll see if he can pick up another top five tonight. I think our top five tonight will be Jaden Porter and Colotov right alongside him. Jimmy Mensch will be second with Giovanni Klein in 8th. Both those drivers looking for a solid result tonight. And 9th, we have Josh Arnold and Nathan Lamont. They'll be 9th and 10th. So Hunter Peach and Nick Kapiak, 11th, will round out row 6 at 11th and 12th. Brett Bennett and Mark Kissenweather will be 13th and 14th. 15th will be our Atlanta winner, Cole Steiner. He'll be alongside Cordy McCorkle in 16th. Trevor Burns will be 17th. Enrique Quinones will be 18th. Rodney Ayers 19th and Mike Campbell 20th. Josh Carpenter will start 21st and Justin Quimby alongside him in 22nd. 23rd will be Tyler Bronock, their last driver to set a time, and Jose Ruiz will be 24th. And rounding our 25 car field tonight will be Donnie Kite. They'll round out our field tonight in 25th position. We'll see if he can move from the back and maybe get up there in that top 10, 5 to 10. So before we get going, we'll take a quick look at our weather for tonight's 160-mile race. As you got 86-degree ambient temp with an 89-degree track temp. Now we will be transitioning into the night time. Well, maybe not into the nighttime fully, 5:32, but we will transition into cooler weather. So you could see a cooler track temp later in tonight's race. Clear skies with 3 to 4 mile per hour winds there southwest, and 29% humidity. So not a too humid day here tonight. And now keep in mind our stages, so we got 27 lap of fuel, so our stages will be lap 15 and lap 45. Oh, 35, yeah, sorry. Apologies. So lap 35, lap 15 and 35. So we could get if we get a caution around lap 10, you could see some maybe around lap 8, we could see some drivers try and pit and stretch it to the end of stage 2. But most likely we'll see everyone come down at the end of those stages, top it off on fuel, take 4 fresh tires, and roll it back out onto the track. But we could see some interesting strategy tonight. So 45 lap stage to end it. So there will be a one stop. So but all the drivers pacing to get anxious, ready to start this race tonight. So I think it's gonna be a great race tonight. We're gonna have multiple we're gonna have drivers all over the place. We're gonna have drivers on the top, bottom, middle. You can use a lot of lanes here in this car here at Auto Club. I think tires will be a factor as well, but draft will be important to try and save some fuel. If you get a caution or with around 30 to go, you could try and save, well, maybe with 33 to go, you could try and save a little bit of fuel and make it to the end of the race. Pacey Wajent coming to lead them back to the green. Race 4 of the year. Can Pacey Wajent capitalize and take that race one away? We've seen him close multiple times this year so far. Pacey going to take that hard left turn on the pit road here for the here at Auto Club, here at Montana. Green flag is on the way. We're underway for the NJB Designs Auto Club 160. Oh, it's already a big stack up. You see Zachary Meredith way up to the outside. They're already losing control almost on the restart. That's going to really hurt Jonathan Parker on the outside lane. He's going to have no momentum and help on the outside lane. Watch this easily keep Moreno looking to the inside lane, side by side for the race lead. Let's take him off turn 2. Down the back straightaway early on to this race lead. Everyone 2, 3 wide already. Can Moreno get down to the turn 3 and 4, maybe clear that double zero machine of Pacey Wajent. They're driving in there, trying to slide up off turn 4, but Wajent can hold that outside lane once that race lead. Off to number 4, down the front straightaway. Who will be able to lead the first lap? Moreno on the bottom, Wajent on the top side. Wajent with the run on the outside lane, side by side at the line. It's going to go to Moreno. Moreno's going to lead the first lap by one. Actually, no, sorry. Pacey Wajent actually led that by 1,000th of a second, so that would be insane if that was the finish. But quick, early on racing, everyone's fighting for any spots they can get, early track position. Moreno and Wajent will not give any space to each other. Well, I'd say giving space to each other, but not giving cutting each other a break. Both of them want this race lead early on. They want that stage one, want these early playoff points, early extra bonus points. And no one wants to give up the lead. Right now, these two side by side, still down the front straightaway. Jonathan Parker lurks behind him, maybe try to make a move if any of these make a mistake. Why just gonna be able to still eat that lap on the outside lane with the momentum. Parker looking behind, should have followed Wajent around the outside lane. Now he's gonna stuck back to the bottom, gonna try and find his way by Moreno. Off to number 2, Wajent's gonna have a lot better run. You see Moreno a little loose down on the bottom. His teammate of Jonathan Parker's gonna stick with him down the back straightaway. Into 3, pushing him into the corner, gonna try and give him a shove. Moreno's gonna dive it in there deep, gonna try and clear Wajent into 3 and 4. He will. Wajent's gonna get him up there, but he's gonna fight back to the outside lane. He's gonna get the run on the outside, but Moreno has enough of a run. Now he's gonna have his teammate Jonathan Parker helping him. He's a side drive. Here comes Giovanni Klein with a big run. He's gonna take it outside, 3 wide for the race lead, almost 4 wide as Parker thinks about it. Down to the turn number 1, 3 wide for the race lead here early on. Klein all the way on the outside lane, pretty much up almost against the outside wall, and he's going to get a huge run off turn 2. He's going to rocket for the race lead. Giovanni Klein with a power move around the outside of 1 and 2. He's going to take the race lead here early on here at Auto Club. 2, 3, and 4. Wajent going to try and look back to the bottom. But Klein taking advantage of that high lane early. Able to use that outside lane to his advantage. Oh, Moreno really tight off the corner. He's going to get to the Porter off turn 4. He's going to check up the outside lane just a little bit. Moreno getting freight trained at this point now. He's got a lot of cars just flying by him on the outside lane. He's got Porter, Meredith, and now here comes Hunter Peach around the outside lane. But Klein early to the outside lane, trying to dominate that outside lane, take that race lead. So be careful a little bit. That outside lane will hurt your tires if you're too aggressive on it. Peach, you can see how he's ripping the wall. Once that he gets in the wall in 3 and 4 there. To get up into the outside wall, it's going to cost him a lot of momentum. They're 3 wide, almost 4 wide off turn 4. Slider's going to get a little bit loose. He's going to hold on to it. You see how many different lanes. Everyone's trying to fight for any track position they can. Wajent's looking for the race lead. He's looking back to the bottom. not giving up on the inside lane yet, but Klein's able to stick to the top. He's going to run down a little bit lower into the middle. Doesn't want to give Wajin able to slide. Doesn't want to give him the opportunity to slide job off the corner. Car very sideways off turn 2. They're going to, yeah, they're up. Never mind. He's going to go sideways down the back straightaway. That's that 47 machine, Brett Bennett. He's going to hold on together. He's going to hold on to it to get back on the track, but he's going to go all the way to the back of the field. Brett Bennett is going to have to recover after this stage. He's going to lose all the way to the back, but Pacey Wajin looking back for the race lead, side by side for the lead. He's going to lead that lap at the line. But Wajin, once this race lead back, going to try to slide job down to turn 1. You see Wajin using all the track he can on the bottom, trying to slide job Klein off the corner. Off to number 2, he's going to be able to get the move done. Klein gets cleared for the lead by Wajin. Wajin early on to the race lead once again, but Porter wants that spot. Klein's going to move it out to the bottom at the run. He's going to go side by side in the turn number 3. Klein to the bottom, Wajin on the top. Meredith, you can see Porter all the way on the outside wall. Trying to make that outside lane where Parker on the bottom. Klein not able to get the run done. Porter going to be his huge run. He's going to get that shove all the way to Wajin, but Parker got to the Klein. Almost got the Porter, almost turned Wajin. And then that's going to cause a loss of momentum for that 5 machine of Giovanni Klein from the race lead all the way back to pretty much the back end of the top 10 to adjust that quickly for that loss of momentum and that little bit of contact with Jonathan Parker as Klein's getting ate up here. He's falling all the way back behind Snyder. Now he's got Nick Hapiak on the bottom. He's going to need his help on the bottom. He's almost going to lose that spot to Courtney McCorkle. So Giovanni Klein from the race lead all the way back to about 13th and 14th position. These drivers still 4 wide as Wajin throws a slider off turn 4 there to Jaden Porter. Porter trying, what's this race lead? Jonathan Parker trying to make that inside lane work side by side for that 2nd place position. You can see how aggressive all these drivers want this track position, want these stage points early on. Only 15 laps in this first stage, very relatively short first stage. Off turn 2, down the back straightaway. Jaden Porter with a huge run. Can't take the run to the bottom, which Jonathan Parker's there. Now he's going to get clear Parker. Now he looks to the bottom. He's going to stay up to the top lane. That's going to be to the bottom, but Parker wants that move as well. Here comes Hunter Peach to the bottom. They're going to be almost side by side with Parker there in turn 1. Moreno's able to use that outside lane. Same with Meredith on the outside road. Now here comes Parker. He's got the run, but he's going to slide in behind Wajin. Wajin's going to go all the way to the bottom, trying to break the trap. But Parker and Porter, they're going to have a huge run. Huge run coming to the outside with Moreno, Parker, and Porter. But Wajin's able to get up in time. He's able to block that race lead. Down to the turn number 1 and 2. Parker going to use all that inside of the racetrack. Going to go all the way down to the white line on the bottom. Not able to make it work. So the outside lane is starting to become dominant here. But Porter, he's got a good run. He's going to look to the inside of the race lead with Pacey Wajin. Down to 3 and 4. Porter's going to try and slide job. Wajin, she kind of spurts the gas there in the center. Tries to get clear Wajin. He's going to be able to make it work. But Wajin's going to get a good run off the turn 4. But he's going to get a little bit sideways. He's going to hurt his momentum. And that may allow Jaden Porter to keep this race lead and hold on to the race lead. Into turn 1, you see all the drivers using completely different lanes. Wajin in the middle, Parker on the bottom, Meredith on the top. You see the 15 machine, let's call it top on the bottom. Oh, sorry, not call it top. Apologies. We're kissing with her, sorry. Kissing with the bottom, side by side with Nathan Lamon. Trying to move his way up into the top 4. But Jonathan Parker, he's falling back a little bit. Falling to the back, almost to the back half of the top 10. But Kissweather quickly hops in line, so the top 5 pretty much slot in line, but Moreno wants that spot as well. He's trying to chase these race leaders down. Jaden Porter holds on to the race lead. Meredith in 2nd, Wajin in 3rd. Lamon holds on to 4th. He's going to have to work with Moreno if he wants to try and get up to that race lead for the stage win. 3 laps to go here in stage number 1. Through 1 and 2, Porter in the race lead, but Meredith honing down on his back bumper. A little sideways there with Wajin. They're off turn number 2. So here comes Meredith. He's got a run. He wants this race lead. He wants this stage win. He's going to go all the way to the top side, stay around that second to top seam. Now he's going to move back down to the middle. Porter on the bottom. Meredith's going to have a better run. Can he build his momentum? As they battle behind, Moreno trying to get by Lamon, but Lamon's going to push Wygent. See, these guys can work together to catch these top two. If these top two battle, Moreno wants this extra spot, wants this extra stage point. He's going to go all the way down to the bottom. You see the race lead, Porter on the bottom, Meredith on the outside lane, 2 to go on the stage. Coming to the final lap of the stage this time by. Get Meredith to close that gap down anymore. Man, you can see how he trusts that outside lane, knows that he's going to get a big run to the outside lane. Off to number 4. Zachary Meredith not able to really get a huge run like he hoped to. Everyone's to the bottom, pushing each other. Final lap for stage number 1. And turn 1, Meredith runs the outside lane to the middle of the outside lane. Porter on the bottom. Can Porter hold the lead down the back straightaway for the final time here for the first stage? Porter's I think he's got a safe enough gap. Meredith will not be able to get to him. This battle for this top 5 position, however, Parker looking at the bottom of Pacey Wygent. You see Wygent really battled for that race lead early on. His tires starting to fall off a little bit to the back half of the stage. But off turn 4, Jalen Porter's going to win the stage. Across the line, so Porter is going to hold on. Meredith's going to be second, following second, Moreno and third, Wygent 4th, Parker 5th, Kissenweather in 6th, Lamon 7th, Carl Top 8th, Cody McCorkle 9th, and Hunter Peach rounds out our top 10. Their stage points drivers. So Jalen Porter able to get that stage win. You see Jalen Porter, he took that lead and he never lost it once he got it. Jalen Porter, he was able to get that win earlier at Legacy Atlanta. It didn't make any pit road mistakes like that cost a lot of other drivers. So we'll see if anyone tries any different strategy. I think everyone will come down here to take 4 tires and a fresh tank of fuel. Full tank of fuel, fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. We'll have to see how that plays out. So we'll see if anyone tries 2 tires. Tries to stay out. I don't think it'd be smart to really stay out. You lose too much time on pit road. So everyone's gonna come in. It's a pit road. We'll see if anyone can jump anyone in front of them off pit road. So Jaden Porter's going to lead him down with Zachary Ethan Fonseca Moreno behind him. Let's go behind the pylon and pop out in front of the pylon. Kissenweather will turn in first. He's got the earliest stall from that top 10 pretty much. So Porter's going to go in, so we'll see if he can... Well, Porter overshoots the stall. He's going to hope he doesn't lose the lead there. Watching, he's got the first stall. That would be a little bit of an advantage. Guess what? A good stop. Meredith's going to be able to jump Porter. Porter's going to lose multiple spots. He's going to go all the way to the back pretty much. All the way to the back end of the top 10. So Jaden Porter with a bad pit stop. So it'll cost him a lot of track position. Pacey Wygent as well. He's going to pretty much go to the back of the field. Not a great stop at all. But Zachary Meredith will be our race leader. So Zachary Meredith will be our race leader when we go back green. So Zach Meredith going to go to the top. You've seen that pretty much this whole season. Most of the time, the leaders are going to the outside lane. Want to choose that outside lane. He's very dominant as the tracks we've been to so far. So now it's gonna be about another 16 lap shootout to the next stage. Next stage break, lap 35. So Zach Jimenez will be our race leader. He's gonna have Ethan Fonseca-Moreno on his inside. Carl Taub in third, Mark Kissweather in fourth, Hunter Peach in fifth. We're on our top five, so Peach is gonna be on the out. Well, actually, Peach is gonna be sixth, so Nathan Lemon will be fifth, but pretty much be fifth because he'll be in the outside lane with the control car. But in the Geico Racing Zone, we're back underway here at Auto Club. Meredith hits the gas pedal pretty early. Moreno able to stick to the inside so far. Meredith wants to come down and clear, but not able to do it. Moreno a lot better on the gas there. Moreno very deep into turn one, going to try to slide off slide job off turn two, so to easily clear of Zachary Meredith. So Ethan Fonseca-Moreno back to the race lead, just like he was last week at Phoenix. Jaden Porter, he's trying to quickly fight back for his track position. He's gonna move back up to the top five. He's gonna try and get to the inside of Nathan Lamon here for this fourth place position. Not able to do it, but Hunter Peach, he's got a good run behind. He's gonna be side by side with Carl Taub, but everyone's single file all the way down to the apron. Zachary Meredith trying to get around the outside of Ethan Fonseca-Moreno. Meredith on the outside lane. Trying to use that outside lane pretty early on. They're going to be a little bit careful. Don't want to burn up their tires. You see Pacey Washington, he did a little bit of damage on that pit stop, so that's why it really lost a lot of spots. And he also really overheated his tires, just hurt his tires. He fell off to the back half of the stage, but Meredith, he got that run off turn two, and he gets the run down to the three, and he's going to clear Moreno by a long shot off turn number four. So Meredith back to the race lead, but now he's going to be a sitting duck compared to these drivers pushing with the run on the outside lane. Mark Kissweather pushing Moreno up to Zachary Meredith down that turn number one. Moreno down to the bottom. He's going to go all the way down to the bottom, trying to get clear of Zachary Meredith off turn number two. But it's not going to work. Meredith able to get the run off turn two. They're side by side, but Moreno, no help on the bottom, no drafting help on the bottom. The closest one, Hunter Peach on the bottom, about 3 cars back. But Meredith holds on to the lead, but Kissweather going to use all the track on the outside lane to try and make it work. Not able to get to the outside or get a big enough run to make a move because Moreno's down on the bottom. But we got caution on the racetrack. Oh, Keenan has around to the back. Multiple cars, 2 cars. Brett Bennett. But Jimmy Minch, I believe, have rounded the back as well. Tyler Brynock as well. Multiple car incident. Oh, did Minch almost involved? There's Keno's back down the racetrack. Here's the incident off turn number 4. Minch into the wall. Brennan just trying to avoid Keno that's coming off the corner. Gets into Minch. It turns down into Brynock. Take an onboard look with Cole Snyder here. Cole Snyder having to get through this wreck. You know where to go. Keenan is up the racetrack. Oh, Bennett almost hits Bennett. Great avoidance by that 24 machine of Cole Snyder. Just a near miss right there of the 47 machine. Almost got tagged by Washington trying to come up. You see Parker all the way in the grass there. It's a very close hit for Cole Snyder. Not major damage for many of those drivers, I believe. So all those drivers be able to come in, fix their damage, and maybe be back in this race. But Zachary Meredith still is. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the green flag. Welcome back here to the Auto Club Speedway here in Fontana, California for the NJB Designs Auto Club 160. As you just came back from our first incident of the night, multiple car incident off turn 4. All those drivers able to stay in the race, so all those drivers will start at the tail end of the field, try to fix their damage and come down pit road. We only got a little bit longer fuel, but it won't really matter. We're only going to have 10 laps to the next end of the stage. Pace car is off. Coming to the Geico research zone. Zachary Meredith will lead him to green with Kiss Weather and is inside. Green flag back in the air. We're back on the way here at Auto Club. As Meredith with a great restart, so allow Kiss Weather easily get clear off coming out of the turn number 1. But Moreno blinking out there on the bottom. We go down to the turn number 1. He's going to use the bottom. We're going to try and steal that race lead away. Side by side for the lead, Meredith and Moreno down on the bottom, side by side for the lead. 10 laps to go here in stage number 2. Down the back straightaway, Kiss Weather able to get that run on the outside lane, going to be able to clear Moreno down on the turn number 3. It's not going to take, he's going to stick to the top lane behind Zachary Meredith. 3 wide off turn number 4. Down turn number 1, Meredith on the outside lane, Kiss Weather to the middle. It's going to be side by side for the lead. Porter all the way down there on the bottom, trying to make something happen. Mortar stuck with a really bad pit stop. He overshot his stall there at the end of stage 1. Now he's going to work his way back up to the field. He's around the back half of the top 10, around the 10th, and now he's worked his way up back to 4th. Trying to look for these extra spots. Kiss Weather into the wall off turn number 2. That's going to, off turn 4. It'll allow Porter to get clear for 3rd. Lamon able to get an extra spot of that, but right now, Ethan Patek Moreno and Zachary Meredith is just side by side for the race lead as Kiss Weather losing all his spots, but now Moreno not able to get there on the bottom. Meredith can be clear, but Moreno and Porter, both teammates, would maybe try and work together, try and get by Zachary Meredith for this race lead. Off turn number 2, give Moreno clear. Not going to be enough. Side by side, down the back straightaway. Moreno gets clear. He's got Porter. He's going to stack up the outside lane a little bit as Moreno kind of blinked out there down the back straightaway. Porter, he's gonna move to the middle, but Moreno off turn number 4, gonna be side by side with Meredith down the front straightaway. Dead heat, drag race the line pretty much. No one not able to clear. Porter up to the top, gonna let his team in maybe here. He's gonna force his way in there. Meredith's gonna show all the way up to the outside wall, pretty much all the way against the outside wall. Around that top seam, he's gonna come down the racetrack a little bit, gonna try and build this run off turn 2. Moreno not able to hold it this inside, gonna be gonna be single file it out. Side by side around that 5th place between Kapiak and Parker. They're gonna quickly single file it out. But Moreno gonna dive into the race lead. You see how aggressive, how much he wants this race lead. Dive it down to the bottom, try to slide jump off turn 4. He's gonna be able to get it done this time. Moreno clears for the lead. But Meredith's gonna have a really big run. He's gonna take it to the inside lane, but he's not gonna have any help from any teammates. As Porter's gonna stay to the top of this team and Ethan Fonseca. Moreno down to the turn number 1. Meredith, can he clear off turn number 2? He's gonna clear through the center. He's gonna have to get up the track, slide job off turn number 2. Meredith clears again. So Meredith back to the race lead, but now Moreno and Porter are gonna have to try and fight their way back. They have to push each other, and here comes Moreno. He's gonna dive it down to the bottom, side by side for the race lead still. Gonna see the way to go. Just try and send it in there to the bottom, try to slide job off the corner. Hope he can hold off and keep side by side with them into the corner to get the move done. Meredith's gonna have a big run once again as Moreno clear, but he's gonna fake it low, go high. Meredith with a big move to the outside lane. Now Porter's just kind of trying to follow whoever here. As Moreno's gonna clear off turn 2 of Meredith, but now Porter's gonna try and clear Meredith off turn 2. To be side by side with Meredith. Meredith's gonna give the shove to Moreno down the back straightaway. That's going to clear for that top 3 again. Meanwhile, Lamon, Parker, and Happyak closing that gap. And Parker with a big send out of the 3 and 4 there. Can he clear Happyak off turn number 4? He will, but he's going to have Lamon to this outside. Happyak's going to go to the bottom 3 wide for this 4th place position. As Peach lurks behind, but you got Porter and Meredith also side by side for seconds. As all these drivers trying to get any extra stage points again, any extra track position for the final stage. Peach over to the outside wall. He's got Lamon. Contact. Lamon's going to go around off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. The caution's going to come out. That's going to bring out the yellow. And that will definitely end the stage. So off turn 2, Peach and Lamon fighting for that same spot. Lamon comes off the corner, just gets into Peach, and gets turned across the outside lane. On board with Hunter. Peach here. Tries to rip this outside wall here. Great run around the outside, 6 or so around the outside, trying to get to the outside lane, trying to get clear. Nathan Lamont. Lamont comes up a little bit too much, just maybe didn't know Peach was there, and clears himself off turn number 2 and goes around. It's a little bit of damage to that 20 machine and a 14 machine of Nathan Lamont. That's gonna bring out the yellow. Now we haven't really had any. We haven't seen it so far this season, but that will definitely end the stage. Now the stage here, they will go back green. I believe they will go back green on 36, but the end of the stage will end at lap 35 no matter what. So you could try and see someone try to stay out here, maybe pit a little bit early in that final stage, try to get these extra stage points, try and get that stage win. We'll see what people do. Everyone going to stay out. Oh, a Happy Axe gonna dive it in first, so he's gonna be focusing on that race win first. They're trying and take the end of the stage, sacrifice the stage points. Want to try and get that fresh tire advantage, and he can go a little bit longer in that final stage. So Nick Kapiak, he's gonna be the first on down pit road. So last car to stay on the racetrack is Mike Campbell. So whoever gets off pit road here first will come up behind Mike Campbell at around 10th place. So yeah, so they will come out 10th. So Happy has to go in first, come out first. And he'll still be in 10th, so he'll have the fresher tires to work through the field on this restart. So yeah, they will restart coming to the end of the stage. So a really good restart for one lane could determine this stage. So, but Happyak will have the better tires. So that will give the stage win to Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Assuming he doesn't mess up the restart. So we'll bring in that 57 machine of Ethan Fonseca Moreno. So you're most likely you're gonna get the stage win unless you catastrophically mess up this restart. But what's your strategy here going the rest of the race? As you know, you stayed out there. We're gonna have a little bit older tires compared to the guys who just pitted. So what's your strategy going here in this final stage?
Yeah, just trying to figure out this whole situation right now going on with the stage points and all that. But I think a game plan for the rest of this race is probably going to be just, you know, saving my tires here, just the worn out surface. So everybody seems to be running the top. I know that the top is kind of the area where you don't want to be in because it kills tires quite a lot here. So just going to run my own pace and, you know, try to, you know, make my pace a lot faster than everybody else at the end of these runs.
All right. Well, good luck in the rest of the race. We'll hopefully see you at the end of after the race.
I appreciate it.
So that was Ethan Fonseca Moreno. He's gonna stay. He's stayed out this strategy. He's gonna have a little bit older tires. He wants the stage win. Wants his extra stage points. So Nick Kapyak in lining up in 10th will be the first driver on fresh tires. Now that's down the fuel is about 27 laps. So assuming they went green around lap 20. So they gotta stretch it. So these drivers might have to stretch it a little bit. They have to save a lot of fuel in this yellow. They have to stretch it, pit around 30 to go, and try and stretch this to the end of this race. So they should easily be able to make a one stop. Now, how much yellow laps they had during stage 2, and how many yellow laps they had during stage number 2. But they will have the older tire. They won't have the advantage of having older tires. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno, pace cars off, come out of the Gauco research zone. And we are back on the way for the NJB Designs Auto Club 160. So coming to the end of lap 30 or 35. So Ethan Fonseca Moreno will pick up the stage. Porter's gonna be able to pick up second. Klein will be third. So that will end the stage and the stage points of where they were running and when they crossed the line. So Moreno gonna get that stage win, but he's gonna have the older tires. Keep it on. Nick Kapyak, he's already up to 7th from the bottom. He's on the fresher tires. We'll see how more see how more offensive he can be on those tires and what the bigger advantage. Right now, Ethan Fonseca Moreno in the race lead. To his teammate Jaden Porter behind him. Giovanni Klein there in third. Got Zachary Meredith already into the top lane. Meredith was leading towards the end of that stage and lost lead to Moreno, and now he's back in the fourth from a kind of a messed up restart. But Giovanni Klein trying to make that move on Jaden Porter. Meredith all the way outside wall. They were ripping that wall in turn number 1 and 2 to get it off the wall. But here comes Brett Bennett. But Giovanni Klein loose off turn number 2. He's going to spin it all the way down to the apron. He's going to lock it down. He's going to spin it on the apron. He's going to keep it going. It's on the apron, off the racing surface. There will be no caution as there's Hunter Peach will pass by him. Giovanni Klein losing big amounts of time, but Jaden Porter is going to be a loose off turn 4. Now here comes Jonathan Parker. So Brett Bennett tried to play a little bit of strategy. He was stuck in the back after the incident, so now he tried to stay out, try to play that strategy, get some extra track position. So he's fighting up here, but Nick Kapyak, you can see how he's just right there. He's not really as fast as we thought he would be on the newer tires. They want to add 5 extra sets, so they still have 4 extra sets even they pitted, so I don't think you wouldn't take tires if you pitted there. But here comes the Kapyak. He's looking on the inside of Brett Bennett, but right now, Zachary Meredith trying to get that run off turn 2. Moreno, Porter, big stack off turn 4. Parker's going to slide in line, but they're single power with this top 6. Ball nose the tail down in the turn 1. Porter wants this race lead, side by side for lead. Porter's going to try and clear up the race lead, but Meredith is trying to fight that outside lane. Off turn 2. Meredith going to be able to get the run, but Moreno kind of blinking out a little bit. He's going to be on the, he blinks back in. He's going to be on the bottom with Meredith on his outside lane as Porter clears the race lead. Through 3 and 4, you see how hard these drivers are fighting. They can't burn off too much fuel. They will be a little bit close if they can make it to the end. They got to make it to about 30 laps to go and save a little bit of fuel in that final stint. But Nick Capiak, here he comes. He's in that 6th place, 5th place position. He's fighting for the spot. He's on the fresher tires. He was the first driver who pitted under that yellow. Over contact with Josh Arnold, and Brett Bennett into turn number 2 there. Josh Arnold as well. He was the one that pitted with Nick Capiak. So these drivers try to fight their way through the field. They got a little bit of fresher tires compared to the rest of the field. This will be 3, almost 4 wide off turn 4. Parker, Arnold, and Hapiak 3 wide. Parker able to get the run on the outside even with the older tires. Nick Hapiak falling back a little bit now. Josh Arnold's able to clear him for that spot, but Arnold looking with the fresher tires, looking to the bottom. Ethan Fonseca Moreno going to try and clear off turn number 4. I mean off turn 2. Sorry. Down the back straightaway. He's got Jonathan Parker to his outside lane. He's going to be able to clear Moreno, but just the run on the outside lane very dominant. Now these drivers that just pitted under that yellow, they're going to be able to go a little bit longer. They're going to be able to go to around lap 60, so they'll be able to go to about 20 to go. For all these drivers that didn't pit, they'll have to pit with around 30 to go, so this could be a little close if these drivers want to try and stretch it out of the way. The overcut could be a little bit too long. And the undercut might work out, but Jaden Porter holds on to the race lead now. Here comes the newer tires with Josh Arnold. Oh, Meredith loose off turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Going to be side by side for the lead, actually. Meredith had a good run. He's got Josh Arnold on the inside lane. So Porter had a big loss of momentum off turn 2. But here comes Josh Arnold with the fresh tires on the bottom. Side by side for the lead of Zach and Meredith. Pacey Wyja as well. He's coming through the field now on the fresher tires. Porter and Meredith working together on the older tires. Should I stop these drivers on the newer tires to get from getting by? The draft in the outside lane on just the slightly older tires helping Meredith and Porter, but you can see how much better Arnold can rotate on the bottom. He's going to clear Porter off turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Meredith going to get the run. He's going to stay side by side for the race lead. 3 wide lead down into turn number 3 and 4. Porter's going to try and fight for this race lead back, but you have Arnold with the fresher tires. You can see how much better, how much more grip he's got, how much more rotation he has to the middle. Now he's going to be in the outside lane. Arnold with a huge run. He's going to be able to clear Jaden Porter. And now we have fresh tires. That's the race lead. We'll see if he can pull away. Pacey watching the next one on fresh tires. We'll see if Wajik can fight his way by. The track has cooled down a little bit. We got later into the night, so that will allow the older tires to be old tires to be less of a disadvantage. But Josh Arnold, you can see how quickly he's able to pull away. No one else on the fresher tires is able to get by these drivers on the older tires yet. You see drivers all over the place, bottom, middle, top. Happy actually to get by Wyja, so those new drivers fighting. There's drivers with the new tires fighting with each other as they can't get by these guys on the old tires. Let's have caution to the racetrack. That's going to help out those guys on the old tires. As I believe, so Brett Bennett around again. See, contact early in the race. Went around off turn 2, and now he's involved in another one. Cole Snyder just thought he was maybe clear, just got into Bennett off turn 4, spun down on the inside lane, through the grass, back up on the racetrack, causes the caution, and triggers the yellow, and that will change a lot of strategy. Now, it was about 27-ish laps with the yellow, but knowing that it is a drafting type of racetrack, if you're running the bottom and able to stay in the draft, you could stretch that about 3 to 5 laps. Might be a little bit too much to ask for. I mean, about 35 to go. But Josh Arnold, he got the race lead. He'll have a tire set less, but it's not really going to make a difference. He'll still have 4 sets of tires left for the rest of the race. That's plenty of sets. We'll see what the pit strategy is here. Assuming everyone will come down for 4 tires and full fuel. I mean, you might as well do it if you did take tires at last caution. You'll be able to hold your track position of where you got up to. So yeah, everyone's going to come down pit road. No one's going to stay on the racetrack. Actually, Cole Snyder will. So Cole Snyder going to stay on the racetrack. Go get that race lead. He did pit there, so we'll see how that plays out for him. He will be able to go still to about 20 to go. But if everyone pits here, maybe it tops off. It could be very close on fuel. They got to do a lot of saving, but it is possible. But Josh Arnold in the race lead. Well, was the race leader. He went in first. He looks like he's going to come out first. Jaden Porter, a little bit too much wheel spin off the exit. Almost had him. Josh Arnold going to lead off pit row with Porter. Going to be behind him with Parker and Meredith. So they'll line up second on back as Cole Snyder will be our race leader. So we'll bring in that 24 machine of Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder, welcome to this. You have a copy?
Hey, what's up, man?
So you're able to get the lead. You pit after that last yellow. You have a little bit older tires, but I'm assuming you see those guys up front, able to hold off those guys on the new tires a little bit. So what's your strategy here? What's your plan going into the last 35-ish laps of the race?
First off, I want to apologize to Brett. I think I gave him a bad bump there in the corner. Caused that a little bit. But yeah, stayed out, wanted to lead a lap. I've been running in the back this whole race, so see what clean air does. Maybe it'll help it. Maybe we'll get another quick caution. I can come down and get some tires. But we're out here. We're just trying to survive, man.
Yeah, so you're able to get that win in Atlanta Super Speedway early this year. So early at season opener. So so you know your plan. We'll see if you get able to pick up the second win of the season here at Auto Club.
Yeah, man. We're gonna give it a heck of an effort.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to us, and good luck in the rest of the race.
I appreciate it. Have fun, guys.
So that was Cole Snyder staying out of the racetrack there. We'll see if the strategy pays out for that 24 machine. It's gonna be a little older tires, but we've seen it's not gonna be any worse older tires compared to Porter, Moreno, Parker, and so as they held off those guys on newer tires for pretty easily for a pretty long time. But there was a good solid number of guys on old tires, but now he's the only one on old tires, so it's gonna be a little tough. See if Cole Snyder can take that opportunity, take advantage. Well, restart here with 32 to go, so it could be tight on fuel. You have to save about 5 laps of fuel, possibly, which is definitely possible with how much draft we've seen tonight. See if anyone can stretch that to the end. So Cole Snyder going to lead him back to green after staying out here. We have 32 laps to go. Green flag, back there, we're backing away for the NJB Designs Auto Club 160. Cole Snyder's going to get back, bring him back to the green. He's going to get the lead early, get a great jump. But Jaden Porter with a great run on the inside lane, going to be side by side with Snyder as they enter turn 1. At the inside lane, but Snyder able to use that outside lane to his advantage. He's going to get to the gas pretty early. He's going to go way out of the outside. Almost out of the groove, almost gets the outside wall there, but he's going to hold side by side with Porter still. But here comes Jonathan Parker. He's going to give a big shot at that 21 machine of Cole Snyder. That's allows Snyder to get clear of the race lead. He's going to hold on, but he's going to stick to the top. Knows that outside lane is going to be able to get huge runs, but he can't overheat his tires. He's still going to have to pit. All these drivers fighting for the spot. It could be a little close on fuel, but it's 3 wide lead down the front straightaway. Into 1 and 2, Parker and Snyder side by side. Is the enter turn 1 and 2. Now these guys fighting up to the front. They probably haven't really accepted they couldn't make it on fuel because see some guys towards the back. You see Wodge to the back of the top 10. These Chamber Burns around 13th. They haven't really talked to him. He's been having a quiet around that top 10. He could try and save enough fuel and maybe steal this race one away. Could be close, but off turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, Parker easily clear for the lead. He's going to try and pull away with the fresher tires. Jaden Porter and Mark Kissinger are going to push each other down to the bottom. As Snyder falling back on the older tires on the outside lane. Parker clear into 1. Yule's on the lead, but Porter trying to make that move around the outside lane with 30 laps to go here at Auto Club. Food 3 and 4. We've seen it all night tonight. Everyone just trying to make the moves out of the bottom, trying to draft with each other, stay with each other. But you see everyone a little less aggressive compared to what they were this first 50 laps of the race. Weren't really too aggressive to try and dive it in there, try and clear. You see Kissweather drives it around the outside lane. You see some drivers starting to back it off a little bit, maybe trying to save that extra bit of fuel to make it to the end. It could be close, but we'll have to find out. But Parker not really at a good advantage of leading this race so far. He doesn't really have the advantage of the draft, but like Jaden Porter, he can sit behind Travis Parker for the rest of the race. You just save a little bit of fuel, save more and more every lap, and maybe try and stretch this to the end. But guess what? Running the top side, that's definitely not going to help him. Gonna be single file all the way through the field, pretty much all the way back to the top 10. We're settled down a little bit. Let's do a little bit of Ellerman, crank it up. Off turn number 2, down to 3 and 4. We're back from a little crank it up segment. That 26 laps to go here in this NJB Designs Auto Club 160. Their 80 lap, 160 miles tonight, and currently Jonathan Parker leads it. Could we see a little bit of fuel, a little bit of a fuel strategy? But these drivers not really looking like they're saving fuel all around the top middle, trying to get that race lead, but a little bit. Parker able to hold on to the race lead so far, but here comes Josh Arnold looking to the outside, side by side for the race lead as he goes down the back straightaway. Arnold wants the race lead. Parker's going to try and slide in line, but I'm keeping an eye on Cole Snyder, Zachary Meredith. Well, Cole Snyder, he will have to pit actually, but Zachary Meredith, Pacey Watson, Jaden Porter, you see they're little staying around that 4th, 5th car. They could save enough fuel. So, like Traver Burns right there, he's slowly worked his way up. He's a threat for this race win if he can save a little bit of fuel. They only got to save about 4 to 5 laps of fuel, which is definitely possible here. How much draft we've seen tonight. Very draft dependent race tonight. And all these drivers kind of fighting for the spot. Traver Burns on the bottom. He said it's Cole Steiner and Zachary Mayer. The round is outside. That Pacey Wadger looking for that spot on Jaden Porter now for that fourth place spot. Looking for third now, Jonathan Parker. But Josh Arnold able to pull away a little bit. Mark Kissenweather pulling, using the outside lane. Maybe you see Josh Arnold and Kissenweather strategy try to push as much as they can and get away. Maybe try to force these guys to not save fuel, but still you need about a lap. You need about a lap to even stop someone from not saving fuel. As long as you don't go anywhere close to a lap down, you will stay on the lead lap and be able to steal that race win away if you're able to save enough fuel. It is a little bit of a stretch. You gotta save a decent bit of fuel. You see Pacey Wadgett losing a little bit of spots. He tried to be a little bit aggressive, trying to get that top 3. Now he's falling back to behind Meredith, but here comes Traver Burns looking at the inside lane. Down the front straightaway, only car side by side right now are Traver Burns and Cole Snyder, at least in the top 10. But you see all the different lanes these drivers are using tonight. You see the multi-groove be able to really use. You've seen the multi-groove, multiple lanes really work. Mr. Meredith, he got a good run off turn 2, trying to take that move on Jonathan Parker. Here comes Pacey Wadgett trying to look to the inside of Jonathan Parker. Side by side, now he's gonna try and get to the inside of Zachary Meredith. So Wadgett trying to make these moves, trying to get up front, knowing that Kissenweather and Arnold are pulling away. So single following it out. Traver Burns, you can see him on the bottom. He's working his way up. He knows his speed. It looks like he just kind of sat around that top 10. Now he's working his way up late into this race. Final 25% of the race, final quarter of the race. And Traver Burns up in that 7th place spot. 20 to go. So he's kind of been lurking around this final run. We'll see if he can make it to the end of fuel. Could be close, but it's going to be very close compared to some of these guys. I have to keep an eye on it. But right now, everyone's about to single file out. No one's really making too many moves. Trying to maybe save that fuel. 20 to go. Still a long way left in this race. But you see this field starting to spread out a little bit. So the tires starting a little bit to matter. You see the fuel. Maybe people trying to save a little bit of fuel. Not really push too much on the top and bottom. But right now, Josh Arnold holding on to the race lead of Mark Kissenweather. These two have not tried to save at all. They've been both pushing this entire last run. They've been able to pull that gap out to about a second. Just hoping no one else can stretch it on fuel and maybe get a big enough lead to where they can pull away from the rest of the field. But Kissenweather, he's looking for that race lead. He's been on the top pretty much this entire run. He's trying to make the move, trying to get close to Arnold, trying to steal this race lead away. Restarted with about 33 to go, so now we're about 20 to go. Halfway in the run, we'll be at 4 to 5 laps. You see Justin Quimby, he's worked his way up here as well. He's been having a very quiet night so far. Giovanni Klein, he had an incident before that last caution, and now he's able to make a good recovery, great recovery from that 5 machine. He's able to go around the outside of Cole Steiner. Cole Steiner on the older tires. He's gonna have to pit again for sure. Josh Arnold holds the lead around 3/10 over Mark Kissenweather. The gap is really stretched out. they're kind of battling at the back of the field. You got that 42 machine. Josh Oppenall also at the corner. Yeah, he's fighting up for that top 10 position. But everyone else pretty much single file out here. Now off turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Kissweather is going to have a little bit of pressure from Meredith and Pacey Wygant. Off turn number 4, down the front straightaway. And here comes Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder going to come down pit road. He's coming down a little early. Going to have a little bit of an undercut compared to the rest of the field. He didn't have the trap position. We'll see where he cycles out compared to the rest of the field. If everyone has to pit, no one can make it. He's going to have a big undercut. We'll see if he can take that race lead away. There's another car actually following behind him down pit road there. That's Mike Campbell. So Mike Campbell not able to make it as well. That gap closing a little bit with Mark Kissenweather, Josh Arnold, Zachary Meredith, Pacey Wygant. You see Kissenweather and Arnold, they both pushed out early trying to get that race lead, but now the guys saving their tires a little bit. Zachary Meredith and Pacey Wygant able to close this gap back down. You have more drivers down pit road. Nathan Lamont down pit road, Justin Quimby down pit road. So those two drivers, they were kind of around that back end of the top 10, maybe not really trying to save field. They're not able to make it. 14 laps to go. Can anyone stretch it? It's going to be close. Depends on how much they were really checking up and trying to save that extra fuel. But through off turn number 4, Wygant not able to get to the inside of Meredith, but these two drivers catching up with that top 2. 13 to go. Down the back straight, these top 4 really closed up the gap. It's not allowing anyone to save any fuel. Kissenweather, he got a really good run. He's pushing Arnold. Doesn't want to be attacked by Zachary Meredith or Pacey Wygant. Wygant down to the bottom. Wygant on the bottom of Meredith, side by side. We're off turn 2, down to the back shed. We'll see if any of these top 4 pits, we'll see if they can make it. Kissenweather and Arnold, they've been both pushing. They most likely will not make it at all. Down through 3 and 4. So we have to go 34 laps in total to make it. The fuel was around 27. It was very tight. It could be very tight. Now they did go green. They did have the caution around. They went green around lap 32. 32 laps to go. Could be close. This time by will be 10 laps to go. See Arnold, he got passed by Kissenweather. Man, now he's under attack from Meredith. Meredith loose off turn 2. Down the back straightaway. He's going to have Pacey Wygant looking for the move. Down to the inside. Side by side for third. Wygant able to use that run. He's going to go down the inside of 3 and 4. He's going to clear Meredith. Now Kissenweather pulling away. 10 laps to go to look up. Can these drivers make it? Assuming they haven't pit yet, they're going to try and stretch it. But Nathan Lamont, he's a lap down. He is the first driver leading that is pitted. He's got Cole Steiner right behind him. They're the 1 and 2 right now. They're both a lap down. But if no one can make it, they're in that opportunity. They're in the great position. 10 to go. Kissenweather out to about a half-second lead over Josh Arnold, Pacey Wygant, and Zachary Meredith. Down the front straightaway, 9 laps to go. These top 3 trying to work together, trying to push up to Mark Kissenweather. Down the back straightaway. Wajin and Arnold side by side for that second place position. Pacey Wajin to the inside of Josh Arnold, not able to up, but here comes Zach around the outside lane. He's got a big push to Josh Arnold as Mark Kissenweather continues to pull away. Can he save enough fuel? Off turn number 4, off turn 2, down the back straighter, coming to 7 to go. It's going to be very close on fuel, possibly. They had to go 32 laps, had to stretch it on fuel. Now I didn't forget to mention shifting. They could be shifting, but they could have eliminated the shifting, try not shifting, save a little bit of more fuel. But Kissenweather pulls away. Arnold and Meredith. They're going to work together, try and catch Kissenweather. They want a shot. See, Trevor Burns around 2.5 seconds back from these drivers as well. He could be close. He was saying he's sitting towards the back end of that top 10. He was close on saving it. But through 3 and 4, off turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, 6 to go. Can they save enough fuel? It might not be a question. They might have enough, but I'm worried about Kissenweather. He was on that top the entire run. And he could be close. But down pit road, Mark Kissenweather, Zachary Meredith, they're going to come down pit road, 6 to go. They could try a fuel-only strategy or 2-tire strategy here. Now I think you see where Cole Steiner will cycle out. So there's Josh Arnold. He will take the race lead. Pacey Wajin is second. 5 to go. There's Cole Steiner and Nathan Lyman. Those drivers have both pitted already. They're both looking for the race win if no one else can make it on fuel. Keep an eye on Trevor Burns. Kissenweather. He's going to go down pit road into his stall. We'll see how long he's in for. 5 to go. He's going to go fuel only. Same with Kissenweather. Both fuel only for both of those drivers. We'll see where they cycle out. Lehman and Steiner both go through. Oh, here comes Josh Arnold. Josh Arnold not able to make it. He's going to pit with 5 to go. Pacey Wajin sees the racetrack. Trevor Burns cannot make it. He's going to go down pit road. Giovanni Klein, Josh Croppenall all come down pit road with 4 laps to go. But the bigger question, where were Steiner and Lehman? Where were they cycle? They were 4 seconds back from Mark Kissenweather and Zachary Meredith. They all have the newer tires. Meredith and Kissenweather both have the older tires now. They could be a little even out now. But can Steiner and... It's down to 3 seconds. Can Steiner catch in Lehman? Now, what will Pacey Wajin do? Pacey Wajin off turn 4. He's going to come down pit road. Pacey Wajin down pit road, coming to 3 laps to go. Kyle Tom, he's race leader. He's got Brett Bennett and Jonathan Parker behind him. There's the top 3 right now. 3 to go. Can they hold on? Meredith and Lehman. They got Meredith a big gap to Meredith and Mark Kissenweather. Kissenweather, he's going to be able to get by Arnold here. But now, off turn number 2, we have Kyle Tom, Jonathan Parker, Brett Bennett. Can they make it? You see Bennett, he's dropping off a lot. He may be very close. He might be trying to save as much fuel as he possibly can, hoping these top 2. His engine is off. He's saving his fuel. He's turning off the car, trying to stretch his fuel as much as he can. He's been in 2 into this tonight. Can he make the comeback and take this race win? 2 laps to go for Tom and Parker. Can they make it down the front straightaway? Parker will trying to take this race in the way. He knows his race lead is in the way. He knows this race win is in the books if he can get it. Parker might be good on fuel. Off turn 4, off turn 2, down the back straightaway, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Can they make it? They can probably coast if they can make it back to the back straightaway. They can probably coast compared to Cole Snyder and everyone else behind. Meanwhile, Traver Burns, Cole Snyder, and Nathan Lamont, they're around 2 seconds from Traver Burns, Zachary Meredith. They might be able to get this. These guys can't make it, but off turn 4, Parker and Tom, they're able to make it. White flag, 1 lap to go. Brett Bennett cannot make it. Nick Kapiak, he's in 5th. Brett Bennett is about 3 seconds back. That's a lap car behind these guys, but 2 side by side for the race lead. Will they both have enough fuel? Parker to the inside. He's going to get a little sideways down the back straightaway for the final time. Parker, does he have enough fuel? Can he get the run off turn 4? Tom, he's in the race. Kyle Tom in the race lead. Does he have enough? Into 3 and 4, both these drivers both saving for in the entire run. Can they stretch it on fuel? Parker on the bottom, Tom on the outside lane. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4. Going to slide job. Parker loose on the bottom. He's going to lose it. Kyle Tom, he's going to save enough fuel. He's going to win at Fontana in a thriller of a finish. He saved enough, and he was able to steal the race win from everyone else. Kyle Tom with the race win. Jonathan Parker not able to steal it away. What a race from that 16 machine. He was able to save enough fuel and he steal the win. Cody McCorkle able to round out 3rd. Brett Bennett, a great recovery for him. He rounded out 4th. Nick Kapiak in 5th. The first driver who pitted, Mark Kissenweather in 10th. As you see, Tall Tommy's out of gas. Same with Jonathan Parker, they stretched it as close as they could. Kyle Taub steals the win away. What a win for that 16 machine. Another question, does he have enough fuel to do a burnout? I think he does have a lot of help there from a lot of help there getting a push. Yeah, he's going to burn it down on the front straightaway with the little fuel he's got left. Well, Kyle Taub on the front straightaway. I think he doesn't have enough gas, but he was able to save enough. What a stretch. What a lot of fuel saving. And he's able to steal the race win here at Auto Club. But we'll be right back with our top 3 interviews when you come back here at Auto Club. Welcome back here to Auto Club Speedway here in Fontana, California. What a thriller we saw to end that race. Kyle Top able to save enough fuel. But before we get to our interviews, let's take our quick look at our results for our NJB Designs Auto Club 160. As Kyle Top able to save enough fuel and hold off Parker right at the very end. Kyle Top rocks away with the win here at Auto Club. Jonathan Parker in second. Cody McCorkle able to squeeze in third. Brett Bennett, amazing recovery. He had two incidents, two cautions earlier tonight. He's able to pick up fourth. Nick Kapiak in fifth. Hunter Peach in sixth. Ethan Fonseca Moreno, he was able to hold off seventh. Jose Ruiz in eighth. Jaden Porter ninth. Kirsten Weather was our leader before he had a pit. He's able to get it back to 10th. And Pacey Wajent right behind him with Josh Arnold in 12th. Zachary Meredith in 13th. Nathan Lemond in 14th. They and Cole Snyder, they both pitted very early, about halfway through that stage. They were not able to get up to the, almost got to those drivers up in front that pitted very late and only took fuel only, but not, unfortunately, some drivers able to save enough fuels. They're going to round out 14th and 15th. Trey Burns in 16th. Giovanni Klein in 17th. Josh Kaufman in 18th. Jimmy Minch in 19th. Justin Quimby, our first driver, one lap down. He'll round out our top 20 tonight. Mike Gamble will be 21st. Henri Quinones, we've seen him in an incident earlier tonight. Tyler Brownlock, same with him. They'll be 22nd and 23rd, one lap down. And Ronnie Ayers out of a race, 56 laps down, and 24th. And Donnie Kites finishing our race. I don't even think able to get a start. Donnie Kite and rounding out our 25 car field here tonight at Auto Club. It was a great race tonight so far, but we'll have to bring in our top three. So first off, we'll bring in Kyle Top if I can find him. Yeah, there he is. So Kyle Top able to save enough fuel and steal that race away from Jonathan Parker. How are you able to do it?
Honestly, a little bit of luck.
So what was your strategy trying to save that fuel? You were trying to sit back, trying to sit in the draft, run the bottom, not really run the top. How you able to? How are you able to get that done?
Well, my strategy changed about 10 times that run. I started off there not thinking we'd be able to save enough fuel because of how difficult fuel saving at Auto Club truly is. With the information you're getting back not being very accurate most of the time. I started the run just kind of cruising, saving some tire, thinking it was just going to be whoever had the best pit stop at the end for a splash and go. And then we got maybe 25-ish to go in the race. And I looked down at my fuel, and I was a lap short at the time. And I said, I've got plenty of time to save a lap. And then I ended up going with, I want to say, about 13, 14 to go. And I ended up going a little too early, thinking I had the fuel, but inaccurate data was a little inaccurate, and ended up burning a little too much, so I had to save again at the very end, and those last two laps were just holding on, hoping I had enough.
So you're able to save enough fuel, but before you got that, you had the monster groove. You seen held off Parker from the top lane. How was the different grooves, and how different were the lanes able to use, and what do you think was better for you?
Well, it really changed throughout the race with the sun setting as it did. At the start of the race, that high line was king just because the track was so slick due to the heat. But once the sun started setting, that inside started to grip up a little bit, and we were able to move farther and farther down the track.
Yeah, so you're able to steal that race win with that fuel mileage, held off Parker with a great run in front on the outside. So you're able to pick up that race win. But before you send you off on your way, any sponsor like to thank for tonight's race win?
Yeah. I do my own designs. KT Designs. You can find me at on X at Beast FTSE. I do paint schemes. There's a few cars in the field that I have that I sponsored for this season. So if anyone needs a paint scheme for iRacing, just hit me up.
All right. Well, once again, congrats on the race win, and we'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
Thank you.
So that was our race winner, Kyle Taub, and we'll bring in our second place finisher, Jonathan Parker. So Jonathan Parker able to steal second place with the fuel save. Wasn't able to hold off. Wasn't able to get by Kyle Taub there at the end. But you able to get second out of that. So what do you think you could have done differently to try and steal that race win away?
I guess just stay in front of him, during that run we were saving, because I honestly didn't know who was on what strategy, and I really could only push for one lap, and I just couldn't quite really make it work there. But I mean, it's a good points day, but I just wanted one spot more.
All right, so you were able to get that you able to get second still, but and we also seen you up early in the front of the early up in the front early on. How difficult was it really to pass tonight?
Well, I mean, I had to come from the back to the front a couple times there, and honestly, it was really possible, especially if you know how to save tires. It was possible. You just kind of had to know which lane to get in and what time. These things get such a big draft. It's kind of like a mini Daytona that still takes skill because you got a tire save. So it was surely hectic. By the end, I got it. I really wish it wasn't a fuel mileage race. I think we would have had the car to beat, but it's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, so you're able to pick up second, but before you send off on your way, any sponsors like to make for tonight's second place finish?
I'd like to thank NJB Designs for making this game and for sponsoring Jaden this season. And I'd like to thank Lowe's and Cobalt Tools and Check and House and Earl Barbin up on the spotter stand. I would like to apologize to the 5 and the 24 because it's just at the beginning of the race there, I got loose on the outside of Mark, and I was just trying to gather my stuff, and I was trying to give Cole enough room, and I think I kind of put him in the wall. So it's my bad. And the 5, I think I got into him, and I think it calls for his caution. So not very fun. I haven't seen the replay of really either of those things, but those two I'll take the blame for.
All right, well, congrats on the second place finish. We'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
Yep, thank you.
So that was our second place finisher, Jonathan Parker. We'll bring in our third place finisher, Cody McCorkle, able to steal third place from the fuel save. Great job fuel saving. But before you get to the fuel saving, what was your strategy there throughout the race?
It felt like it was one of those races where you had to get to the top. Felt like if you couldn't make the pass on the bottom, you just got freight trained. But I was trying to get some track position, trying to stay up on the top and make it work.
So you're talking about the lanes there, and you mentioned how the top is pretty dominant, but how did the tire wear affect what lanes you really ran? The top a little typically wears a little bit more tire compared to the bottom, but how did the tire wear affect what lane you decided to use?
I really didn't see that much of a difference, but it definitely using a little bit more, probably right rear, just trying to keep it up there on the top, trying to rip it. But it just get a little bit loose at the end of the run. If you could manage it, if you take care of it a little bit, you'd be all right.
All right, well, but congrats on the third from the fuel save. But before you send it off on your way, any sponsor for tonight's third place finish?
Huge shout out to Trent Curtis for the paint scheme. Huge shout out to you guys for doing all this, and the league itself for being here, doing a good thing.
All right, well, congrats on the third place finish. We'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
Thank you.
So that was Cody McCorkle, our third place finisher tonight. So Kolotov able to walk away with the win, saving enough fuel, able to hold off Jonathan Parker at the very end there. He was able to steal that race win away. Great race, drove by that 16 machine, played the strategy right. It's a great fuel mileage race. So like to see one of those time to time. It was a beautiful race, great race. So it was a great finish, and we'll hope to see you all next week here for the NAOR Cup Series at race number 5 here at the same time next week at 9:15. We'll see you next week at Las Vegas. But tomorrow night we have Bolt Racing League Chase race number 2 at Langley, so that'll be an interesting race to see tomorrow night. That will be at 9:30 tomorrow night. We'll hope to see you there. But so long for tonight. I'm Aaron Brown alongside my producer Talon Drake. We'll see you next time here on Legends Racing Network.